You post the highlight. You add a filter. You smile with your teeth. But inside, you're crumbling. And no one notices, because no one is really looking. You're dying in public, but no one notices. Why do we scream quietly into digital voids and call it connection? It is the question. Have you ever noticed how the majority of people around you seem completely unaware of your existence? You're here, you're alive, you're actually quite warm and squishy and real, but for some reason no one wants to talk to you. It's like you're a ghost haunting the halls of human interaction. It's desperately trying to flag someone down, make eye contact, get a response, anything to let you know that you're not totally alone in this vast and terrifying universe. But when you do finally find someone to connect with, what do? They look right through you, past you, as if you're not there at all, because for them, you're not. You're nothing more than an annoyance, a distraction from their screens. And the only reason they even acknowledged your existence is because you made the mistake of existing in the wrong place at the wrong time. We've become so disconnected from each other that when we do try to connect, we're seen as a nuisance. A fly buzzing around the room, we're ignored until we vanish into the ether, leaving behind only the faint sound of our voices screaming quietly into the digital void. So why do we do this? Why do we continue to scream into the void when we know that no one is listening? Why do we bother making connections when all they're going to do is break them? The answer, my friends, is because we're all just a bunch of monkeys with iPhones. We've evolved to crave connection, but we don't know how to have it. So instead, we settle for the next best thing, which is liking each other's posts on Instagram and sending auto-delete messages on Snapchat. These are the modern-day hieroglyphics that we use to communicate our love, our support, our very essence. Because if you don't post it online, did it really happen? But here's the problem with our newfangled way of connecting. It's not real. It's a cheap imitation of human intimacy that leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. We're like those birds that peck at the sides of their cages, desperately trying to reach the food that's just out of their grasp. And every time they do, they get closer to the glass. But they never actually get the food. We're like those birds, my friends, except instead of a cage, we're surrounded by screens. And instead of food, we have likes and comments and inboxes. But just like those birds, we never feel truly satisfied. Why? Because what we really want is real connection. We want to be seen and heard and felt, not just by other people, but by ourselves too. We want to know that we matter, that we make a difference in this world, that our lives have meaning and purpose. But in our obsession with online validation, we've forgotten how to do that. We've forgotten that the most important connections are the ones that we make offline, in person, face to face. Think about it. When was the last time you had a deep, meaningful conversation with someone, really looked into their eyes and saw their soul? When was the last time you did something that mattered, something that made a difference in the life of someone else? When was the last time you felt truly alive? If you can't remember, then it's time to wake up. It's time to stop screaming into the void and start living in the moment. It's time to disconnect from our devices and reconnect with ourselves and the people around us. I know it's scary. It's scary to be vulnerable, to open ourselves up to the possibility of pain and rejection. But the alternative, my friends, is worse. Because if we don't take the risk, if we don't try to connect, if we don't put ourselves out there, we'll never know what we're missing. We'll never experience the joy of true connection. We all never feel the warmth of the sun on our skin or the love of our friends and family. We all never see the beauty of the world around us or the wonder in the eyes of a child. So please, I implore you, stop screaming into the void. Put down your phones and pick up your life. Connect with the people around you. Be present in the moment. Don't wait for someone to notice you. Be the person who notices others. Be the one who reaches out, who makes the first move, who takes the risk. Because if you don't, who will? And trust me, my friends, when you do, you'll find that the connection you're looking for is already there. It's been there all along. You just have to be willing to see it.